Do I need to wait over? City Library Board Trustees, February 16, 2021. I'd like to call meeting to order at 6:06. We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, one thing allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Am I the only ones to
It might be helpful
to
to turn off
stands?
your video because you're kind of
One.
going in and out.
Oh, I think we lost her.
Is that good?
That's better.
Better
Okay.
now.
I'm sorry. I've been having problems with my internet, and we have been pushed back for an appointment to my house. Okay. Should we start again, or we're good to go?
We're good.
Okay. Can we have a roll call, please?
Vice President Faupua,
Present.
Trustee Santos,
Present.
Trustee Das,
Present.
and President Logarta is unable to be with us this evening.
Okay. So I hope everybody had a chance to review the agenda tonight. If there's no updates, can I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Motion.
Second,
A second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, for the minutes from last meeting on January 19, 2021, is there any motion to move?
Motion.
Second,
A second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Can we have director's report, please?
Sure. By popular demand, we have an update on library services, but we have, I think, finally gotten into a groove, a temporary groove, but a groove. We have resumed curbside, and last week we had good attendance. I looked online and it looked like we had about 318 people come to each of the 4 locations. Ceremony continues to be the busiest because it has the most hours and the largest collection. And parking is fairly easy, especially now that the parking lot's open, and there were 230 at ceremony. So, but people came to curbside at all 4 locations. Not surprisingly, the number of items that are being mailed has declined quite a bit. Last week, we only mailed out 28 parcels, and during the time that we were unable to do curbside, we had about 160 a week. So that's much better. It's much more sustainable for us. And it's much more efficient to get things to people. So we're happy with that. We're happy to be able to continue offering it, though, for people who aren't able to get to the library. In addition to picking up people's holds, we have the tax forms, which each year are actually something that are in pretty high demand. People call before we ever receive them looking for their forms. So that was a big theme last week. The libraries all should have all of the forms that we carry, which is just the main forms, both state and federal now, and people are coming in regularly. We're also providing information about what tax assistance is available at this time, because I know on the rec side they are hosting an in-person tax assistance service right now. We also are doing wireless printing again, and people are using that, not in high numbers, but I think for someone who doesn't have a printer, that few times a year that you need a printer, this is a great option. I saw that we are also receiving some requests for 3D printing, which is nice. we are working on doing some sort of browsing option for people, because that is something that people are telling us they're missing. And I know, and Sarah could talk more about it if she wanted to, but I know that there are other projects that are in the pipe that really rely on curbside as the mechanism to reach people. For example, Sarah's working with a teacher at one of the high schools to do a teen book club. So we'll be giving out the books via the curbside. So we're very happy to be able to do that again. It rained and everything was still okay. People waited in the rain, but they were happy to get their books. So I would say that the system that we have in place right now is working well. We do look forward to being able to bring people into the building at some point, but we're waiting until that's safe. So that is the report of our update on up to the minute services of the library. Are there any questions?
I'm good. Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Shayla,
Did you
did you want to
report?
move in?
Did you want to
Oh, I'm
report
sorry.
on the playaway? We have that on the playaway demonstration. You mentioned that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to trustees report. So
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Sarah Spence is with us tonight, and she actually has a playaway or several playaways to show you if you'd be interested in seeing. We're very excited, and
yes.
Sarah actually has some experience from previous to working for us with this, and so she's
We
going to
would
launch
love
this.
to hear from Miss Spence.
Okay, hi, good evening. So I just want to say thank you, first of all, Victoria. CPLA provided this money for us, and these playaway launch pads are just amazing. So I brought some so you can see the packaging. It's like very sleek, and it has the title. Sorry, I can't. Okay, it has the title on the side, and then on the back, you can see the apps. So just to give you a little bit of background about these, so they're basically iPads, but they are only app-based. They're curated apps by age, by subject, by theme. And so whatever apps are on them, they cannot like change. They can't get onto the internet. They can't do anything with them. But the best feature is that they don't need Wi-Fi to access these. So these can be taken
Nice.
anywhere. And I'll open it to show you what they look like. So inside the Launchpad, it's like, whoops, oh, sorry. I just drop everything. Okay, so this is the Launchpad. So it's like small, basic, but it's very sturdy. And it comes with a USB charger and an adapter. So so every Launchpad gets one of those when they're checked out. And then on the inside of the Launchpad, you can't really see that well here, but it gives like basic instructions. It's so easy to get on. There's just like a one-click power button on. And my son was playing it today because I haven't played with them since when I was a librarian in Georgia. We had these, and we couldn't keep them on the shelf. They were like off all the time. So when you get on, you can make an avatar. So he made his little avatar, and then let's see. So then when you continue, then you have your apps that you can choose from. And so most Launchpads have 10 apps. There are a few that I got that have a little bit more. But it's just basically like a home button, there's a back button, And then what I found out today was super cool. You can actually, there's a little button you can see the analytics for your child. So you can see what they've been like learning. So my son today learned English language arts, math, critical thinking, science, language learning, and creativity. And then it just shows like what apps he used the most. And so it's really like super easy. And the only thing that we have to do when it gets returned is there's a reset button. And so we reset it and everything's cleared for the next person. So it's super easy. They're very easy to clean. I know that's going to be a thing right now, especially. But you can just use like an alcohol wipe, I guess, to clean it. Is like the easiest thing. So these are going to be so great for us, for our community, our families that don't have Wi-Fi. And we definitely want to bridge this digital divide that we have in some areas of Daly City. I think this is a great way to do that. And these are all like learning games. So they're all teaching the kids something. For what we got this time, we focused on early literacy and kindergarten readiness. So even though they have launch pads for all ages, even up to adult, from my experience, the most popular ones are the ones for early literacy. So kindergarten and under, because once they get a little bit older than that, then they're going to be using like probably real iPads and the computer more. But I feel like this is such a great way for kids, young kids, to learn technology, and it's safe and they're durable. And I brought a couple more just to show. So a lot of these are like, I wrote down the themes are like so like shape recognition, letter recognition, color, music, building, fundamentals of reading, let's see, problem solving skills, letter and word identification, imagination, matching skills, phonetic awareness. There's so many things that they're learning from these just by playing these games. And that I saw a video from one library that had them, and that's what he said. It's just like these kids don't even realize that they're learning because they're having so much fun with these. So I did get a couple that are language based. So there's Learn Chinese with Me. The language ones do have more apps. So this has about 20 different apps. And then I did get a Spanish one too, so in Spanish. So with all of this money, we were able to get 32 launch pads. We're gonna put them between the branches. We got 32 replacement USB cords and 32 replacement adapters, just because from my experience, they don't always get returned when the launch pads get returned. So we just want to make sure that we have all the extra pieces for them. So I think that's all. Any questions?
I'm just with what that piece of device can do, providing some of the early preschool readiness already, for some of the children. A lot of parents now are, slowly now going back to work, and they needed childcare, they needed preschool, but due to the new requirements that a lot of preschools now have, that they only have a cohort of children, and that was from the beginning until now, and they're not accepting any more new enrollment until the order is revised and lifted. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Victoria. That is, 32 is better than nothing. It's a really good tool. I just have a tiny question, Sarah. When it comes to maintenance and to um, if something happened to it, um, do we have coverage for, like insurance and stuff like that?
Um, yeah, so each Launchpad, they normally come with 1 year warranty. We were able to get 2 years of a warranty for each one. They don't cover like if the screen gets broken, but they do if we were trying to get a replacement, if like a screen was broken, they do give discounts for that. So that was like the main problem where I worked before is, I mean, even though they're durable, it's still, there's still a note on there that these are, you know, technology, it's still fragile. I mean, not super fragile, but like we had some before that the kids like threw and then the screen shattered. So in those instances, we would probably have to pay it wouldn't be as much as like a regular one, but yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Does
Any other questions?
This is just a really cool, I think this is really cool opportunity to be a little bit creative around learning right now. So I'm just like really excited. I think my just other curiosity, and maybe this is like an update for later, but I would love to hear what the response is to some of this technology or like how folks are using it. And if there's even a need to do like another pitch to fundraise or yeah, like if we need to, there's like opportunity to like amp that up because I think it's a really cool opportunity. And to Teresa's point too, like I know that's a need for parents right now, especially as they like continue to navigate like being at home too and not being able to be in school. So yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that Shayla and I are still working on, and we would love feedback from you, is promoting these, because these are great, like in the library when people come in to see them, but when they can't come to the library right now, we're just trying to figure out how to promote them, where to promote them, and a lot of the people that need them are not on social media. So that's what we've found out with a lot of our programming. The people that we want to come, they don't see our programs on social media. So we just got these, so we're still processing them. We're not completely ready to put them out yet. So just some things to think about. If you have any great ideas, please share with us.
Yeah, I think
Sarah,
immediately. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
have you I know that you do story time, and I always refer my parents of our site to go on it and share with them, and they love it. Have you done any, like, have you promoted the same way how you do story time? Maybe do like a tutorial.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I could do it on story time for sure. That's a good idea. Thanks.
Yeah, and then also I know that some preschools and childcare centers the daycare centers are open. I actually live underneath one, but I think those are also good places to tap into. I tell the kids all the time about story time also, but I know there's like a few in Daly City, and I know there's like some regulations, but some of them are open with like less kids, and that could be a good like learning opportunity for those too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think if you even like, I don't know if you all have email templates that we can send out, but I'd be happy to do like a mass email sent to contacts and stuff. That would be helpful.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're moving up to trustees report. So we had a great session last Wednesday where we spoke about our role as trustees and went over priorities that we would like to focus on. And one of them was budget. And we want to provide guidance on budget once it's reviewed. We will advocate informally and in writing to extend hours for Bayshore and John Daly Library with an increase of one or two additional full-time staff. And this has been an ongoing topic from past year, last year until now. So hopefully, as we start rolling the ball more, that, we somehow come to a solution on this and somehow we can have that put in place right away. Another thing that we discussed was collaboration with other boards, and would like to suggest for a joint meeting, with other board members and also open to the community to join and share ideas and collaborate ideas and feedback and how to better, you know, each auxiliary, even in the libraries. DCPLA, we will continue to work closely with fundraising, also promoting memberships by attending monthly meetings. Um, Madam President Angela informed me that she will be doing her best to attend those meetings. But if any of us, the three of us, Lauren, Justine, and myself, if we have any availability to our schedules, if our schedules are permitted, that we can take turns to attend those meetings. And also to promote to the Port Laureate that is coming up in April. So I'm looking forward to that. And President Angela is working side by side with Victoria to assist her with getting more sponsorships out there. And the other part that we covered was social media platforms, like just what Sarah was sharing. And we play a huge part in that. It's helped to promote the usage of libraries within our networks and also social media. We can help promote libraries and recreation, also DCPLA. So, you know, whatever we represent all, not just one. So we pretty much we represent all those categories. And then collaboration on programs that we can help to promote, and what we can do for Black History Media the month. And that was the question that I have, is how can we help in that situation? So I'm just putting it out there for us so we can start collaborating.
That's a question to us, right, Teresa? To
yes, yes,
okay.
ma'am. So
I was like,
the
is this to
question
the
is, how can we help to promote Black History Month? I know they have the smallest month of the year, which is only 28 days. But what can we do to help? So just put it out there. We don't have to have an answer, but that's one of the things that Madam President was brought it to my attention to bring it to all of us to see what we can do to promote that. And maybe not for now, but then, for the coming up year, and every nationality that we celebrate. How do we make ourselves available and educate ourselves to promote that? Okay.
Yeah.
If you
I
have,
think something that's coming to mind for me immediately is, and this is like props to Sarah and the team, but I think you all do a lot of great messaging and content creation on social media. Even thinking from like what happened last year. So I'm also curious to see what you all are working on right now, because I'm definitely interested in like continuing to amplify. I feel like, yeah, from like the content that we have in our libraries, like there's so much things. So that's initially what's coming up for me, and then yeah, I'll start there.
Yeah, I've been
Thank
seeing a
you,
lot of
Justine.
I've been seeing a lot of promotion on social media as well, like in terms of books and like documentaries and movies. So I think that's one step.
And we also have the Chinese New Year too as well, celebrating that. And the Year of the Ox. I was born in the Year of the Ox.
Okay, this is your money year. I'm just kidding. Okay. It's a good year ahead for you. I think that's a good one, and I guess this could be an opportunity even to bring in different folks in the community. And something that we did for work was we had like for one of the projects that we were doing is we had Instagram takeovers where like some of our students would go on Instagram and like talk about a topic. But I'm wondering if that could be something we can explore on like the library page and on social media as people are from at home. Like if we have any readers or volunteers who would be, maybe they can talk about like one of their favorite books around the theme of the month for like a few minutes on Instagram or something, or send us a video that we can post.
Okay, well, thank you. Now I'm going to turn the time to Miss Victoria for TCPLA updates, please.
Thank you so much. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, we were very excited to see Ms. Amanda Gorman at the inauguration doing her poem. The timing couldn't have been better for us for our own Youth Poet Laureate. I want to clarify that Amanda Gorman was the first National Youth Poet Laureate, but that was in 2017. And I noticed the media kind of got some of that wrong. We have a current National Youth Poet Laureate, and but Amanda was the first one who was ever named. And of course, everybody's talking about her. She's absolutely amazing. And we really hope that she will be a great inspiration for future Daly City Youth Poet Laureate applicants. We ended up having 10 completed applications, which we think is pretty awesome considering it's a fairly specialized thing. And, it's our first year. So out of those 10, I'm absolutely confident that we have at least one who is going to make an excellent Daly City Youth Poet Laureate. So right now the judges are scoring the applications, and we will know something soon, but we are not going to make our big announcement until our event on April 17th. So everyone is going to have to just wait and see our wonderful event. We've named it DCPLA 10 Years Strong because it is also a celebration of our 10th anniversary. We were first founded in 2011. So it's, the event is going to be really threefold. It's going to be a celebration of our history, what we've done, who we are, the naming of our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate, and a fundraiser as well. We're going to have a silent auction, and we're soliciting sponsors. As Ms. Teresa mentioned, Angela's been helping us with that. If anybody thinks of anybody that you think would be a great sponsor for our event, please let me know, and I would love to pass along our sponsorship packet. And if you have any connections with any companies, of course we're talking to our usual sponsors, but we're also always looking for new ones. It's challenging this year when a lot of people have been hit very hard. A lot of companies that have been able to really support us in the past just don't have the same capacity to do that this year. So, we're just going to do our best. Hopefully the silent auction will bring in maybe just some citizens who, normally wouldn't be sponsoring, but maybe they'll see some of these fabulous auction items that we have and want to bid on them. So that's the main thing, just preparing for that event in April. We're, very pleased if any of you can kind of help us promote that. I'm working on the graphics and to start actually doing that promotion through social media, and we're going to send a postcard to members and stuff. So once we have that, you know, I hope you all like and share and all of that stuff. Help us get the word out. So yeah, that's the main thing. Thank you guys for everything you do. I just want to say real quick what you were talking about earlier, how the library can address social change, things like Black History Month. I was applying for a grant today, and one of the things they were asking was, you know, how is, you know, us and the library, but you know, like they were talking about us specifically, but you know, as a partner, the library, what sort of things are you guys doing to promote social justice and that sort of thing? And the first thing I thought of is, you know, I looked on the website and the reading lists that the library has come up with. I think that's, you know, that's one great way, because, you know, you're saying a lot of people aren't on social media, but anybody who uses the library, you know, a lot of them anyway, especially when the library's closed, they're using the online book holds and everything. So I just want to give a shout out to the library staff for coming up with those excellent reading lists, including a lot of picture books, which I think is amazing, because some of these, you know, younger kids, we want to start them early. So kudos to the library staff, as always, for being amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Victoria. Thank you very much. Okay, announcements and communications. No announcements. Okay. I just saw I saw something in Facebook, like I don't know if it helps out, but it's all these bunch of groups, like this group of friends, and what they did is they mimic, or they all the favorite arts, you know, like Mona Lisa, and they kind of like, what is the word? They kind of make it nowadays, like they did another version of Mona Lisa, and then they did a Mona Lisa and how Mona Lisa will look like nowadays, and all the, you know, all the painters. I'll send it to Jayla. I will send to, I snapshot I took pictures of them, and it was so beautiful, you know, like maybe some schools, now schools can go back, or some of us can, like a competition or something, not a competition, but like to put it out there as another activity for adults, you know, for the library, and maybe the youth. Yeah, that's my little announcement. Okay, so let's do agenda building. So I would like to, for agenda building, I would like to continue the same thing that we had to, we'll come back as far as the budget. And then also having another date, setting a date for that meeting, the joint meeting with other board members. And then see what we can do, what we have so far as DCPLA, like any updates on the sponsorships and what we can reach out to. So I'm gonna challenge ourselves, girls, ladies, that I'm gonna put ourselves out there, and don't be mad at me. We're gonna challenge ourselves that we're gonna find each of us a sponsor for DCPLA. So when we come back next board meeting, that each of us will have one or two, or we can all collaborate to find one, that's fine, but at least something to help out with the DCPLA with the Pueblo Verde.
All right, Teresa, challenge accepted.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
I'd love to hear that. Okay. Victoria, did you want to say something?
Yes, I really appreciate that. If you guys do want to reach out to potential sponsors, I should maybe share with you the list of who we've already reached out to.
That will be nice. That
So
would be nice.
you
So
don't
that way
get
we
pestered
don't
to death.
double dip.
Right, exactly. So I can put that somewhere where you guys can access it.
Okay, thank you. That's good. Great.
Thank you.
So those are our agenda building until Madam President reach out to Miss Anderson. But that's something that I just have on the top of my head right now. Okay, any public comment? Okay, well, that is our meeting for today. I think we accomplished one or two. It's so good to see you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you